Okay, guys, so we are back and we're ready to go with the tie breaks. Ben and Johannes, they are trying to find out who will be the third position and fourth position. So the first game, Mabusela won, and then the second game, Hercules won. So now we're looking at a tie break situation. We will have 3 tie break games, 5 minutes plus 10-second increment. So it is best out of 3. There's 3 tie break games. If someone gets 2 points, it's done. But 1.5 points, we're still playing a third game. All right. And just by the way, the third game we will toss for colors. So both sides will get the same. Will get a color. The third game, if you have the white pieces in the third game, you will have the in Armageddon. You will have the fourth. You'll have the black pieces and so on. But let's get to it, guys. Welcome to Jacob. Jacob is in the chat box. Good stuff, gents. So here we go, guys. Let's just randomize the position. I'm gonna count 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Come on,
very similar. The knights were together on the last time.
yeah.
Let's change it. It's too similar. Ben, are you fine with me changing it again? It looks
Yeah,
very
you
similar.
can change it. It's fine.
2. Let's go 2. It looks very similar.
Man, those bishops, man, I'm tired of them. Man. Look at them.
Those bishops are already ready for the king. Okay, two more times.
Babu, it's like the bishops are pointing at your king.
Yeah, already, man.
Guys,
Okay,
I
so
just found the normal chess position. Are you guys happy with it? Are you fine?
Yes.
Okay. So I said I'm gonna press it twice and by chance we get the normal chess position. So this is it.
But Kevin, I had this against Watu.
You had this. Oh, okay. If you had the position already.
Last change.
Yeah, then let's change it again. I'm gonna count 3 times this time.
No, just do it once.
Just once. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, Ben.
Are you guys happy? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Ben, good luck, man. Enjoy, man.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Same to you,
You can mute, and Ben, you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, please mute, man. It's important you mute, man. Sure.
Okay, guys, we are ready to rumble with the tie breaks. Lance, what's your predictions? Are we going to see Ben attacking and Mabs defending again, or what?
Yeah, I'm predicting we'll see the same type of game. So far, I haven't seen anything from Mabu in terms of the risk factor. I haven't seen much of that. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised.
Yeah, and I mean, this is an interesting position. The bishops are on G1 and B1, and the knights are on F1 and C1. Looks cool to me. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It looks still pretty closer to a normal position. We're seeing a C4, E5 on the board. And yeah, Mr. Mguni is with us. He says, Ben, chop there. So he's saying Ben must chop. Ben should be in the kitchen. I'm sure Mabu has got something to say will have something to say about that. Mabu is also a guy that cooks. So if Ben chops, Mabu will maybe throw an onion at him. So let's see. C4, E5, G3. Ben going for an English setup. Or to F6. Mab's opening up the Dragon Bishop on G8. Let's update the title actually to tie breaks. Lance, tell me something. When is that candidate starting? Is it not starting tomorrow, or has it already started?
Well, what month is it? I mean, in April, I thought it's. Yeah, could it really be that time already?
I think it's very soon, starting very soon. I was actually worried that it didn't start today or something.
I mean, they already.
Thanks, Banji. Banji says 19 April, so that's tomorrow.
19 April, and also that they're going to continue where they left off.
Yes. So I think Nepo and MVL, they appoint ahead of the field. Then you have Giri just behind. I think maybe Caruana as well, possibly, and so on. So should be interesting. The guys are more settled, I would say. I mean, everybody seems to be a bit more knowledgeable, I would say, of this whole pandemic. Obviously, there's still a risk and something, but the chess must continue. Magnus is waiting for a challenger.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if Rajapov he's not going to be playing, right?
No, it wouldn't be fundamentally possible to put a new player in halfway through. So I think
Yeah.
Rajabov Fide told him he can join the next candidate cycle. Or next candidates tournament, I think, something like this. That's a huge pity. I would have loved to see Rajabov playing there. But okay, Mabu is building up this traditional center. I think this is one of the most popular setups in the Paradigm Chess 30 openings.
It's a very unique setup, this, with your f3, f6, e4.
Yeah,
Just look at the formation.
It's like the fantasy variation in the Karokan. So I think it happens a lot here. I mean, maybe because there's more dragons flying around, you have more fantasy. But yeah. And Bungie calls it the PC Maroxy. Yeah, that's maybe a nice way to label it. Yeah, Ben needs to prove now what's happening here in the center. He placed his dragon bishop on f3. e4 could be coming. d4 could be coming. White doesn't have a big stake on the central squares yet, so maybe take on d5, take on d5, d4, but then black can go e4. Then you have lost some space in the center, so I'm not too sure Ben handled this opening quite well here. He gave a little shake over there now. Yes, Scariest Name, I was hoping that you picked up on that one. So yes, we see a capture on d5, and by the way guys, it's blitz now, so the guys can't think too long. 5 minutes with a 10-second increment. Is that that last 10 minutes, Lance, you know what United usually does traditionally with those last 10 minutes on the field. So yeah, I should be setting up higher here though, but in anyway, you get the point. You get the point.
All I'm saying is that the league is not finished, and
Sure.
we should not be counting our chickens, man.
Okay.
It should be noted.
I mentioned nothing about the league, okay, but I mean, I do agree with you. The league is not finished. I mean, there's still some hopes of you guys reaching the first the first table, the first 10, or I'm not sure where you are. But I mean, I think Arsenal, like you said, Arsenal has an outside chance still to win the Europa League. So I think a couple of years ago, United had the same dreams. We were out of the top 4 and we had to win the Europa or something like that.
No. The thing is this: we're playing against Villarreal in the semi-finals, and then Manchester United is playing against Napoli.
Okay.
And
then, I'm not up to date with these things. Thanks for updating me, actually.
So if both teams, if United wins, Arsenal win, then it will be an English final.
Okay, that would be cool. King Ulster, morning. Welcome to the show. Mapungove says Arsenal is in the top 12.
No, I don't believe that.
You can Google it, Lance. It's okay. It sounds a bit generous, actually, by Mapungove.
No, I don't need to Google it. I do have the app. It should not be that difficult to look at it.
Dragon to d6 was played. The knight on c5 needs to get support. And King also says, true Arsenal fan, their leagues are lifelong. So, yeah.
Actually, Arsenal will be 9th on the table at the moment. 9th. I just needed to put that out there. And also,
just to make it clear, guys, it's not 12th. It's not 12th. It's 9th. So
I mean, Liverpool is 6th at the moment. Ooh. So I mean,
I think didn't Liverpool recover from what happened? I think they were like in the dog box. Don't they have an outside chance still to make top 4?
No, I mean, look, it's not over yet. In total, I think you played 38 games.
Yeah. So I think there's still chances of Liverpool definitely making top 4. You guys, do you have any chances? I think you're too far, right? Arsenal can't make top 4 this season.
No, mathematically, it's still possible. If we go on a winning spree now, we can still make top 4. I mean, anything can still happen. Okay. Still a lot of points up there for that.
Okay. So yeah, no, all the best with that, Lance. Anything can happen. So okay, Ben has played pawn to d4 here, supporting the knight. Are we gonna see e4?
Into an e4.
I would suggest e4 for black, just grabbing more space.
Yeah, because you also don't want to have that bishop running free, that dragon bishop.
Yeah, and that kind of locks the situation. And the side with the more space usually enjoys more attacking possibilities. And Map's taking his time here. It's he's on just above 2 minutes. Ben is on 2 minutes already. This is the first time that I think Ben is not getting this nice attacking position that he's been getting both games today. Ben has had nice attacking positions. Mabu has done an excellent job in defending today. First time here that I think Mabs can actually try to utilize the space. Sierra's name says knight f5 next. Ooh, okay. That looks cool. Okay, so then we hit the dragon on... Okay, but it's black to play though. Black must first consider... I don't know what Mabs is thinking about here. Is there something wrong with e4, guys? Am I missing something? Mabu goes queen a5 check. Is that right? Dragon to d2? Is that a possibility? Yep, Ben blocks with dragon to d2. I don't know about queen a5 check. Does Mabu have something specific in mind? Because he's now... he's giving Ben a tempo now. What? Yeah, Mabu now flinches there. He's showing that that was a mistake. Now Ben can use this time. Knight f5, yes, is now possible. What a gift by Mabu here. Not expected from Mabu here. I would expect him to just go e4 quickly. Maybe this, I mean, it's nerves, Lance. It's nerves. It's tie breaks. It's all about the nerves here and just trying to handle the pressure. One must fall says knight f2 not possible. Knight f5 not possible anymore though. Why is knight f5? Because the dragon bishop on b1.
Yeah, because the dragon bishop is no longer there.
Yeah, okay. So that's something small, at least a benefit for black. But surely Ben can utilize this tempo.
I'm almost considering here the move. I mean, you can't play queen a5 check here. Oh, that's okay. Nice.
Okay, he goes dragon to b3. Pawn to e4. Finally played. Mabu realized he should have played that. And one must fall says obviously Ben should play the dragon b1 now to renew the threat. Good one. Okay, e4. Ben is thinking of dragon to g4. He plays it eventually. Ben is still behind on the clock though. Amazing. Mabu is very fast on the clock here, putting more pressure. Minute for Ben, 1.5 minutes for Mabs. Knight b6 was played, consolidating d5. Knight f5 finally on the board, hitting the dragon on d6.
Or maybe that queen a5 was a bit of a blitz move, maybe. I don't know. Maybe just to create something. I don't know.
Yeah, you look for something. Yeah, but knight f5, g7 is also under pressure. Eh? G7 is under pressure. All gone, like Makumbube says. Banji also says g7 falling. So what do? Do you give up one of your dragon bishops or do you just give up g7? And Ben looks like he's doing well now. His pieces are developed. He's doing good. He can castle at any moment if he wants to. Rook can go to c1. It's looking good for Ben. Mabu needs to find something here to stay in the game again. It's not looking good for him.
Also, Ben, also for the first time, I think in this match, Ben is ahead on time.
Yeah. So Mabs is offering up the dragon bishop. He plays knight g6, says, okay, you can take on g7, you can take on d6. Have your pick. It's very tempting to take on G7, I must say, because then the king will be forever in a pickle. Yep, and Ben goes for that. You can always drop back to F5. Drop back to F5, yes. King F8.
But can't Dragon Bishop go to if oh I almost thought he's gonna play something else. Can you win the queen there maybe?
Ooh, yeah, nice, that's right. I just looked away for a split second and then all of a sudden Ben wins the queen.
Yeah, there's the queen.
Scariest name was talking about Dragon H6 perhaps. But this looks brilliant. Ben is winning now, but the time, we need to watch out for the time.
I think it should be material up here. And then just knight back to F5 maybe.
Yep. Dragon B4 check. Mouse is just going through the motion here, trying to make Ben play a couple more moves.
Maybe just King F1 maybe, or Dragon Bishop back. King F1 maybe.
Dragon Bishop went back though, but King F1 also looked reasonable, yes.
Ouch. Pick up the Dragon Bishop.
And that's another blunder, and Mabs having a tough game there. And yeah, I think we can just get the players to... So yeah, guys, I don't think we need to talk much. I'll just save the game quick. Just save the game quick, and we're gonna arrange for the next game to start. So make sure this game is saved. Wait, this is wrong. I need to first paste. Save. Okay, so we're about to do game number 2. So players, if you can hear me, yeah, Ben, you took the early lead over there. We're gonna start with game 2. Let's just look for another position. So let's just do 2 more. 1, 2. Now we've seen these type of positions. Let's go again. Let's do 1. And this is this the same position as before?
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is
This is the same.
Would you guys like to
Same.
play the same position?
a different one.
Random. Let's do random. Yeah, I guess let's stick to the trend. Let's stick to the trend of random. I think Lorenzo also mentioned it, or Banji or someone was mentioning that random is important. So I'm gonna click 2 more times. 1, 2. And there we have it, guys. So there's a position. So Ben should have the black pieces. Let's go here. Let's just change the names, guys. I'll change the players in just a moment, but I think the players can get going. Okay, so there we have it. So Mabs, you've got the white pieces now. You need to at least get a draw or better to stay in the match. Ben needs one more win to win the match. So very important. It's best of 3. This is game number 2. So good luck. You can start when you are ready. And please forget, mute. Okay, so I'll just quickly flip the visuals here, Lance. But what's happening in this position? What can we expect?
Normal E4, E5 maybe, and then knight C3 maybe. Or maybe F3 even, I don't know. No, not, yeah, I would play knight C3 maybe. Yeah.
Okay, we've got the visuals going again, yeah. So yeah, like you said, E4, E5, and knight C3. Okay. Yeah, maybe F3 or F6, something like this to get the bishops out. So Mabs needs to utilize the white pieces here. Banji says f4, King's Gambit style. And this indeed, the Mabs goes for f4. Must-win situation for Mabu here. In fact, okay, he can still technically get a draw because it's three games. But of course, he wants to utilize the white pieces here. But of course, the next game we will toss for colors. If Ben does not win this game, we will toss for colors for the next game. Takes on f4, queen takes f4.
I think Calvin definitely in this game. I mean, it's so important that you know how to utilize playing with white. Because playing with white, I mean, you play with a lot of energy.
Yes.
Having the initiative and so on. So
important, yes, to utilize that. For black, it's more about neutralizing. So Ben keeping it solid with d6. Is Mabu going to play d4 here? Is he going to develop knight b3 first?
d4 definitely is a bit more principled, I think. Playing something like d4.
Okay, so d4 is on the board by Johannes. Banji says dragon to e6 potentially, hitting the queen. Should watch out for that fork then on d5.
I don't know. Doesn't it just give a square on e5? Or
Gives a square e5. Look, it looks strange, yeah. It looks very strange. g6 and then d5. I'm not sure. Mabu is losing a bit of energy or something, but I don't like d5. Why would you do that? Dragon to h6 is also an idea here for black. And Mabu is frozen there. He wants to play knight d3, but he holds back. Maybe he's seeing dragon to h6 as a possibility here. I mean, I don't think Ben can complain with such a knight on e5.
exactly. Imagine he could somehow support that knight if the other knight was on d7, and it would be very solid.
Yeah, knight to d5 was interesting instead of d5 in the chat. Ben goes h5, maybe trying to control more squares. Okay, Mabs play dragon to e3, but h5 secures more squares. I like it.
Yeah, and also definitely keeping the option open there for dragon h6.
Yes. Looks more natural as well with h5 on the board. So
yeah, the
black taking space.
Nice square in g4 if need be.
So even in a normal position without the dragon bishops, this doesn't look nice for white structurally. So
definitely think that d5 had a bit of a drawback there.
yeah. So Mab's castles needs to keep on moving. He's down on the clock, and this is not usual from him. Usually he's the one pressing on the clock. Yeah, no. Like Fisher used to say as well, Mapugupe says d5 was a lemon, of course. Fully agree. Yeah, maybe just a lapse of concentration there. Maybe Mabs saw something, or maybe just didn't see knight can go to e5, but it's a problem. Okay. Dragon to h6 played. Ben might just be...
I almost thought that dragon was going to fly to the 8th rank.
Yeah. Banji was saying knight g4 followed by dragon to h6 was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very healthy way of playing. Maybe I think you would capture maybe even or not. What would you do?
You could get a bit excited and go h4 as well now. h4, h3. I'm not sure. Looks like
H4
there's some
where?
potential. Because I mean, you take on E3 and then the other dragon just comes out to E3. So you're kind of helping white there. Should we just maybe keep on developing? Yep, and that's what Ben does. Ben, like I said yesterday with Dr. Boa as well, Ben is the type of player who is always looking for natural ways. His play is very, very harmonious in normal chess as well.
But I think Ben is also a very big believer in the Aaron Nimzovich literature.
Yeah, I don't know exactly if he's read the book or anything, but you can definitely see with his play it goes it's aligned with that principles, definitely. So I agree with you. So he develops another piece. That knight on b6 can later on join the knight on e5 to support it, maybe
I
on
mean, it's
d7.
also looking at C5 as
C4.
well and asking that bishop the question
Yep.
as well.
Knight b to c4 could be a very nice move, yeah. In fact, knight to d3 is on the board, and I think Ben's going to play knight b to c4, yeah. Banji says long castling. Maybe black has long castling up for grabs. So knight bc4, what's played, Lance?
Yeah, it's now hitting the bishop, now just forcing matters.
Dragon takes h6 played.
I mean, you probably take back with a queen.
Yep, and Ben does that. He goes queen takes h6. So now pawn to b3. The thing is, if you take
Pawn
now
B-
on d3, pawn takes, and then knight e5, and then Mabu can play d4. So this is an interesting thing that is happening. Maybe Mabu can get the fight back for this e5 square all of a sudden. Here's an interesting moment. I think Mabu has found something now. If you move
What
the
you
black
saying? Are you saying playing? Can't you play knight to e3?
knight to e3, now the dragon on d1 is covering that square.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
dragons.
So Ben can't move the knight on c4 because the e5 square will drop. So he takes on d3, and now Mabs will surely play pawn takes d3. And now the knight can't get back to e5 so easily, or stay on e5 for long, because then pawn to d4 all of a sudden. And Mabs has done an excellent job here, I think. He's done an excellent job. Pawn to d4 is a possibility. Dragon to e3 is a possibility. I think Mabs is back in it. And the rook on f1 is starting to look good.
Yeah, definitely d4, chasing it away.
Knight to g4. You just go h3 or what?
Yeah, why not?
I'm beginning to like white now, Lance. This is a complete swing around. And Ben giving a little shake again over there. He's not happy with what happened. Surely black messed this up here. Dragon to e3. I can see some initiative now for white coming. Dragon to e3, maybe e5 or something.
Yeah, I mean, white could even pile up eventually, even on the c file as well. I mean, there's a lot of potential here.
Yeah.
And there we start with the first bit of just moving black's forces back. But is he contemplating playing a move like g5 here or not?
What else? g5 or you drop back. Either way, it's not a nice position for black to play anymore. White has everything now.
Because if you move the queen back, you then allow also now maybe to planting the dragon bishop on g5 if need be. I mean, you can just go forward. Or just can we play
E5.
e5?
E5, going for E6 maybe.
Yeah.
Mapungube says G5 is suicide. Yeah, the F5 square is weak. Boomshaka says, hi everyone, what is the score? Oh, dragon to... No, but the dragon bishop... You can't get to E5 yet, but maybe after E5, yes. But the score is... on the normal match situation, it was 1-1 and we had to go to tie breaks. So now the tie break situation, it's best out of 3. Ben won the first tie break blitz game. This is the second tie break game. So Ben is 1 point away from securing the whole match. Mubs is on the front foot here though, and he's trying to equalize the tie breaks to go into the third one, the third blitz game. So Ben played an in-between move, Lance H4. Mabu dropping back to F2, hitting F7, and Ben quickly goes Queen G7. So he's covering F7, but still looking quite nice for white here. Maybe Dragon G4, maybe E5. Mubs goes E5 immediately with 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock, putting Ben under pressure here. JP, John Pierre is with us. Mornings, thanks for the score update. Good to have you here, JP. Myself and Lance and JP, we all played for Eastern Province Juniors chess, guys. So the famous, Lance, do you remember the famous Metropolitan tournament victory of JP's?
Yeah, I still remember JP's speech in that. He won that tournament. That man gave a very overwhelming speech.
Yes, I also remember that speech, some of it. So good to have him. He's saying he's just popped in while making lunch. I mean, this channel goes with a lot of things. It goes with fish, it goes with meat, it goes with wine, it goes with anything, Lance. So, good idea to be making lunch while watching. Mapungove says knight to e4. Looking good. The knight wants, the Dragon Slayer wants to come closer. Yep, and Mabs is following this idea. Lance, Scariest Name says you must repeat the speech. Not sure if we will be able to remember it word for word though. The dragon to e7 was played. Ben has got this hope of long castling, I think, but a7 would be hanging. Either way, it might be an idea. One must fall says dragon b5 check was also interesting. Aha, dragon b5 check. Mapungube says knight c5. Woof, that e6 square, Lance.
E6.
That e6 square, knight c5, knight e6 could be a problem. Of course, b7 would also be hanging.
Oh, we can just take the pawn.
Or he can just take the pawn here. And Ben throwing his hands up in the air. How could he do that in that nice position? That's what you'll be thinking about. He had such a nice position. And it can be very frustrating if you can't get good results from nice positions.
It's like
the knight drops as well. Everything is going.
In broad daylight.
Yeah. Let's see how Mabu finishes this one. Mabu is back in it. Queen b2 just safely getting out of the pin. Securing everything. This should be over soon. Pawn to h3.
I don't know if there is even a threat there. I don't know. Maybe it's just a move.
Yeah, no, it's just a move. And I'm gonna get ready to toss for colors here. The next game will be the critical one of the best out of 3. If for some reason the next game is a draw, then we'll have to force an Armageddon. Ali B says EC dominating here. EC as in what? Eastern Cape or what? Welcome Ali B, our first subscriber. Please feel free to subscribe, guys, to the channel. It's a small but a welcome donation, basically. But you will have perks being a subscriber. Like I said, we're gonna start next week with some extra perks for the subscribers. So yes, Eastern Cape early B. So yeah. Scariest name is asking what's in Ben's head. I think it's just inertia. I mean, he was doing so great. He could have finished the match here, but now you need to really evaluate everything. Oh, what's Mapugove says Ben has a spotty on. Okay. Is that called a spotty on his head?
Spotty.
Oh, I thought so. Scariest name was asking that because I was thinking, what's in Ben's head? Why is he playing on? That's what I thought Scariest name meant. Okay, thanks. I didn't know that thing is called a spotty.
Oh, it's tough to play
Dragon
like
F7
that.
looks like a huge threat.
Like,
C7 is hanging, and Mubs is waiting. Yeah, he missed Dragon F7. I think he played Queen C3. He missed Dragon F7. And Ben is not letting go here. He wants Mubs to finish him.
I mean, these things happen as well. Sometimes you've played such a good game, maybe in the match, and then you are losing, but you
Okay, finally resignation. Yeah, you're right, Lance. You're right.
then you just go and you continue on.
Okay, so let's get the players back on Zoom here. Let's just ask Mubs to unmute. We're gonna go down to the final Blitz game here, guys. Players, can you hear us? Ben, I can't hear you. Oh, there I hear you. Yes, I hear you both of you. So, interesting. 1-1, and we're gonna go to our final and third Blitz game. Just remember, guys, if this third Blitz game is a draw by any chance, then we're gonna go to Armageddon. But we're gonna toss for colors now.
Okay.
So let's see. I just want to save this game. There we
Sorry,
go.
Calvin, can I just quickly have 1 minute?
Yeah.
Quick bathroom break.
Okay, sure. Okay, in the meantime, I'll just get the names. So, oh yeah, I'll just wait for Ben to come back for the colors, basically.
I mean, can you please make it quarter past 12?
12. What?
You know, I'm playing that
Oh.
tournament. It's 2 days now. I'm playing it for 2 days. So now, as we play, they add another game. So that is why. That is why I'm making you run around like this.
That's why the plug is there,
Okay,
Lance.
sharp.
That's why the plugs are there.
Quarter past.
To stay
Oh, I
charged.
see. I've always wondered the plugs.
Mabu fully utilizes his phone, so he needs to charge it a lot. That's why the plugs are there.
Huh?
Now we're saying you fully utilize your phones. That's why the plugs are right there. So, so that you stay charged.
Man, because of no, man. The thing is that is that you know what you think that you're gonna finish at this time, and then you know it goes on and on
Yeah.
on. Look at this, man. It's like guess what? We are playing 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and guess what? We are already playing for 3 hours now.
Yeah. So Mabu Gube says, yeah, Ben is keeping Mabu away from his student, lol. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. You must tell your student to watch the show live so that he knows exactly when you end. But okay, Ben is back. So guys, we've got 2 dragon bishops over here, 1 black, 1 white, and I'm gonna ask now. Last time before the show, I asked Mubs to do something, so I'm gonna ask Ben this time to select a hand. Let me just shuffle it a bit. It's either gonna be right or left, Ben. I'm gonna not don't think about the screen. Sometimes Zoom or whatever flips it, so I'm just gonna take my right for your right answer or left for left. So right or left? Did you say right?
Right.
Okay, right. You've got the black pieces, Ben. Mubs, you have the white pieces. Right. So the names are fine. So I'm gonna randomize. I'm gonna choose 5 again, guys. I like mine 5, so I'm gonna go 5 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't change. 4, 5. Did we not have this position already? Is both players fine with this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything, man.
It looks too familiar to me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna press. I'm gonna press twice.
Okay.
Twice. 1.
Okay.
Wait. Where is it now? My mouse. 1, 2. Okay. So there we have it. So that's our position, and this is the third and final of the 3 games. So this is whoever wins now wins the match. If there is a draw, because Mabu, you have the white pieces now. If there is a draw, then we will have an Armageddon after this, where you will have to play black in that Armageddon, and Ben will have the white pieces. So the scene is set, guys. Good luck, and you guys can mute, and then you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, Ben, enjoy, man.
Good luck, guys. Okay, here we go, Lance. This is it. Who's gonna take
Sunday
third
lunch
place?
special.
Yes. D4, D5. Ben's got the black pieces here. Ben played black now as well, so it's two blacks in a row. He has to come up with the goods. It's a bit unlucky for him, but someone needs to play black and someone needs to play white. So here we go. These 2 players have been neck to neck here, neck on neck, basically with the results. Yes, LDB, that's a good question. How's the lunch going there, JP? What's for lunch? Okay, E3. Mab's playing super solid.
I think also maybe JP is a guy that likes to cook on Sundays. He normally feeds the family on the Sunday. He's the one that plays.
Okay, interesting. Good man. Dragon to D3. JP says everything is in the oven. Okay. Sounds like a gourmet meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon to D3 played. How is Ben gonna stick to symmetry? Is he gonna try to mix it up? He goes knight c6, so he's blocking his c pawn, Lance. I'm not too sure about this. How's his queen gonna come out? Mabu has the option of playing c4, so I don't like knight c6 that much. Mab's just castles, keeps it simple.
No, I don't understand. I mean, okay, maybe he wants to just chase the dragon bishop away. But I would have thought maybe getting c6 in and then start attacking the king.
Yeah. So the time control is 5 minutes with a 10-second increment. Scariest name. I'm not sure why you're asking what's happening with the time. Can you guys see the time? Everything good? A knight b4 played, eating the dragon bishop lance, and now Mabs wants to play dragon to e2. Maybe that's the whole point for Ben, but still looks a bit artificial. Still looks a bit artificial to me. Is he gonna go c5 now?
Yeah, maybe c5 now.
Oh, this is not Armageddon, scariest name. This is the final. We have decided to for today's matches we will make it. The tiebreaks are 3 best of 3 blitz games. So the first 2 blitz games, each one scored a point. So this is the final blitz game, and winner takes all basically. Yeah. But if this game by chance is a draw, then we will continue to an Armageddon game where they flip colors now. Mabu will have the black pieces in an Armageddon situation, and Ben will have the white pieces. And yeah, then then white will be forced to win. The draw will be in favor of black in the Armageddon situation. But for now, yeah, we can basically end the match with this next game. Okay, so a3 was played, knight c6 and c4. It just seems like black is maybe a bit behind here, Lance, on time.
Exactly. I mean, looks like white has got pieces, good squares. Reminds you a bit of the Tarash position, right?
Yep, the Tarash defense. Yeah, scariest name, good point. If if it goes to Armageddon, Mabu would have to call his student again. So maybe a torturing tactic here by Ben if they can draw. JP saying Black losing tempos. Yeah, how critical it is? That's the big question. If maybe it's not that critical, but Ben would also love to get his Dragon Bishop out on F8 and Castle, I think.
You know, Calvin actually raises quite an interesting question that now with chess in general, if you're playing in a tournament, say in a crucial game like this, and then you're thinking of appointments, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not
maybe you have
the
to
easiest
go-
thing to do.
I mean, everybody, I'm sure every chess player has been in situations like these where you are thinking of situations, keeping an appointment. I mean, that also.
That's actually bad for your chess. You need to keep your mind clear, and that's an important point. Yes, Lance, very important point. So that could be also something that can disturb Mabs if he doesn't focus on the game. Ben found a nice developing move, dragon to b6. The dragon on c4 couldn't take the dragon on b6, so he had to retract. He had to move back from that square. So nice tempo. Ben scored a tempo, and now he's taking on d4. I think Ben is doing fine now. I think he's doing quite fine. Dragon to d6 perhaps, and here we go. Scariest name saying, yeah, that looks good. The scariest name saying, once my opponent had to catch the bus after the game. I hope your opponent got the bus, or did you make him miss the bus? One Must Fall is asking, Calvin, how would you evaluate IQP in pieces30 versus normal chess? What do you think, Lance?
What's that?
How would you evaluate the isolated queen's pawn structure here?
In this position.
In Paradigm Chess 30, how does it affect
Yeah,
your
okay.
play?
In Paradigms Chess, I would like. It's not as bad as it would be in a normal game. I would think,
Okay.
playing around it.
So you can kind of, I mean, traditionally, you know that the isolated pawn gives you some activity.
Yeah.
So that's what
exactly.
we want. That's what we want
and
in
actually, in this, it
PC30.
gives you a bit more. I
So
would say,
maybe
in
not the
Paradigm.
worst thing in the world to have. Of course, in
Yeah.
normal chess is also fine, but so Mabu, we've seen Mabu welcoming the isolated pawn a couple of times in this match. So I would say it's pretty similar to normal chess 1+4. I wouldn't say it's more of a weakness. Or I'm not sure. It depends. If you can utilize IQP for play, then it doesn't count at all. But if you have nothing going for yourself, then it can be a bigger weakness. But the thing is, usually in these games, there's always something happening. So yeah. JP says Black looks very comfortable now. I agree. And Scariest Name says I knew my opponent well, so it was a quick draw. How kind of you. How kind of you. I think that's very nice of you. I'm sure Lance would have bought his opponent a new ticket and secured the victory. If your opponent had to take the bus.
No. I mean, it's actually interesting now when I mean, it depends on the context.
Yeah.
What is happening? You know what I mean? If you're playing in the last round and you're not really playing to winning the tournament.
Yeah.
Something like that, and I mean, it's just sportsmanship to maybe do something like that. If you know the guy's actually genuine, and maybe you guys can work something out.
Okay. So yeah, I would suggest that you just donate a point to me, and then we can discuss on another occasion. Or we can play a friendly game afterwards to see what happened, what could have happened. But it's difficult to give up points really. But I understand what you're saying though. Scariest Name being very, very friendly. JB
But
says,
I mean, Calvin, if I have to ask you this, if something similar happened, like in top tournaments with you, maybe in SA Open, you don't have to mention names. Has this happened before?
Yeah, I mean, you get quick draws all the time. You get these situations. I mean, even on the Magnus Carlsen Invitational Tour, you've had guys like we've seen it a couple of times where Nakamura and Wesley So plays 2 moves and then they draw. So.
Yeah.
Or they play a quick variation in Ra Lopez or wherever, forced, and then 10 moves, draw. 12, 13 moves draw. So it's not unheard of. So yeah, but anyways, JP says we always had transport issues when we played. We didn't actually bother about what happens afterwards. The game was the main focus. Yeah, now if you loved chess, you would find a way. Not always the easiest of times in the past, but yeah, usually chess players, they find a way. They solve the problems. Mabuguvia says knight c4
Yeah,
was an
I
idea.
was-
Why not knight c4 immediately?
I was considering also knight c4, but I don't know, was it maybe a bit of danger, the king? But I didn't see anything immediately.
Aha, dragon to e4 was the response. Dragon to e4 would have been the issue. And black plays it anyway. This is the last tiebreak blitz game, guys. If this is a draw, we go to Armageddon, but a result here, the player that wins the match. Yeah, we back early B. Hopefully everything is running smoothly again. Just give us a indication in the chat, guys. Everything is okay and up and running again, please. So what has happened? Black has snatched a pawn on d4. Great, thanks, Gary's name. Takes on d4, and black has won that isolated pawn. So in this case, the isolated pawn, white just didn't have activity for it. That was the problem. White didn't have activity. Black was all over the situation. He had better development, faster development. So after that, dragon b6, things started looking good for Ben. On the other hand, his a8 rook is out of play here. So white is a pawn down, but seems like white's pieces have now centralized nicely here, Lars. Do we have a game on our hands here?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you still have your pieces on active squares, you still have hope. Doesn't matter if you even a piece down.
Queen c7 played. Ben is probably looking at rook d8, rook c8, stuff like this, activating the rook. He's got an extra pawn. What's Mabu gonna do next? The light square weaknesses around the white kings also look slightly uncomfortable. Time situation, Ben, Mabs is on almost 2 minutes. Ben is just below 2 minutes. There's a 10-second increment, guys. This is it.
So you're thinking of rook d8 maybe, and
For black, yes, but it's white to play though. Ooh. Mabs is looking at pawn to f3, but it looks ugly.
oh,
And he quickly switches over to queen c4. Let's exchange. That's what he's saying.
it's a bit more sober to play like that. Yes.
Yep, and we see a trade. Ben immediately goes knight d5 to block the d file. Does white have knight d6 here? Mabu plays f3. Dragon c5 would be check. It's check, and I feel like black has held white back here. Mabu goes dragon to d4, and he's willing to exchange. Going
Wow,
into an
that
endgame
is
of pawn down. I don't know if this is. But I mean,
very
the dragon on c5
interesting.
was dangerous as well. But now Ben is clearly better with the pawn up. His back rank is just a small issue. He plays rook c8, but the knight on d5 is so secured.
Exactly.
Mabs can try knight e3, but I mean, the black rook will gain activity very quickly. Can just nudge the king, gives the king some breathing space as well if necessary. Pawn to a4. Mabs is going to sit back and defend here. Mab's strategy is probably to now draw here in order to just get into the Armageddon phase. Objectively, yeah, Mavs is worse. So you'd be happy with the draw. Anything can still happen though. It's about the clock. The clock is also a factor.
So we could actually get an Armageddon here if Mabu managed to salvage this game.
And then we're gonna have to make a phone call. I might have to talk to his student myself. Get his student on speaker on air.
Yeah, I think that would be a suitable thing that maybe.
Yeah, Black needs some good technique. We'll see if he can do that. Knight e3. Oof. Looks scary, but okay. He wants to go into this rook game, pawn down. Not a bad idea, actually. And we're gonna see a rook game. You know what they say about all rook games, Lance? The famous saying.
Yeah, they say all rook games are drawn.
So we'll give that to Mabs if he does secure the draw here. Ben, of course, Ben wants to slowly take this one.
But more pawns on the board, they always say it's the better the chances for a win.
Yeah, and White taking more space. Maybe White can play h5 later on as well to take more space and kind of like hold Black back. One must fall says, but some rook games are more drawn than others. Yes, indeed. So Ben plays a5.
Now that you're mentioning it, actually, I mean, could you play h5 now maybe?
Yeah, that's the idea. He's going for h5 and he holds
No,
back
I mean
a bit.
Black could have tried something like it before, but now White is playing h5.
Okay, Mabs switches over to some b4 ideas here now. Mabs is defending well here. Mapugove says Ben had to play h5 and g6.
Exactly. I was also thinking that the same idea there.
There's a check on c3 now. Probably king backwards. Okay, king f2. How about the rook b3? Sorry.
Rook?
No. The a5 pawn is hanging. I'm
Definitely.
messing stuff here. So Ben first
Yeah, but
plays.
I like the active rook of Ben in this position. I mean,
Still liking Ben here. Because you can aim for rook b3 and but rook b3 rook b4 might not work, right? Yeah, it doesn't work.
what do you mean rook b4?
I was thinking rook b3 and rook
b3
b4, but it wouldn't work so easily. Yeah.
Okay, now how are you gonna play against that? I mean, the ace doing it now, rook b3 for rook b4. Oh, the king can pick up the pawn.
Oh wow, rook e5. That's why rook e4, and the a pawn drops.
Ouch!
That should be a draw
you don't
now.
wanna have that.
Mabs rock solid. He's not gonna let anything slip now. And this is just a draw. This is just a draw. You can see the disappointment here in Ben's face. Mabs probably thinking what to tell his student next. Wow, the guys don't want to let go, Lance. The guys don't want to let go. It is going to have to be an Armageddon, everyone. Unless something crazy happens here. So maybe Ben should have slow played it there with f6 or something, or king d6 just to stop rook e5. Something small that you can easily miss.
Not really much. Rook behind the pawn, and maybe just try doing again the same thing with g6.
Yeah, is Mabu gonna test Ben now? For the g6? Yeah, looks like Mabs is gonna play on a few moves. Yeah, this match doesn't want to end. We are supposed to start with the finals at 12, guys. It's 12:15 now.
Yeah, very soon I'm gonna be summoned here on my side as well.
Yeah. Ace 5 perhaps. What, Mabu goes G5. At E5 pawn could be weak, but even if white gets the E5 pawn, not too sure if this is winning anymore, or if you could win it. Ben is just low on the clock. You should watch the clock. Pawn to H5. Not the move that I had in mind. But that does leave the H4 pawn as a weakness, yeah. King G3, and it should be a draw.
Yeah, as is but disappointing for Ben, but good defending by Mabu.
And the thing is, you can't offer draws, Lance, so they have to play it out. Either repetition or just play it out. Ben threatening E4. Are we going to see a repetition? King
Yeah, I
back,
think
rook A4, king forward.
Yes.
Yes, of course, the pawn needs to be left on A6 for any hope, not A7. A7, I'm not sure. If the pawn goes to A7, one must fall, I think. Oh, yeah, you say you can't. Yeah, you're right. I read it wrong. Okay.
I mean,
yeah, we're going to see a repetition
they
now.
will just do the same again. Rook up, and then they're going to repeat the moves now. So that call is definitely going to be on the cards.
Yeah, we'll also have to give them like a 1 minute break for the Armageddon starts. Yes, I see your point, Mapugubwe. And it's becoming a marathon, Lance. It's about stamina now. Players have been playing since 9 o'clock this morning. Mab still contemplating the last bit of options, but doesn't seem like much. And we're gonna see a repetition. Okay, and it is a draw, guys. It's a draw. Let's get the players back on. Lance, do you have time to still be with us? You must let me know if you're gonna have to go.
I'm just going to go and speak with my chief commander.
Okay, so you do that while I just get the players ready for the Armageddon. And if anything happens, you can just keep your Zoom on, Lance. Okay, so players, can you hear me? Just Mabs, you need to unmute. There we go.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so guys, we have not gotten you guys separated yet. So we have to go to Armageddon. It's the final and last game.
Yeah,
now.
but then do I get less time?
Yes. So the situation is white has 5 minutes and 10-second increment. Black has 4 minutes and a 10-second increment. And if a draw happens, then black wins the match. Otherwise, white needs to win, of course. And okay, guys, we are back now for the Armageddon. I'm gonna flip the screens around just now. But Ben has got the white pieces for the final Armageddon game, and Mabu has got the black pieces. So yeah, this is it, guys. No more games after this. This is the last game. We're gonna have to get to the finals also a bit later on. So this is for third and fourth position. That's our randomized position as well. So Ben and Johannes, good luck. And Ben, you can start. You guys can mute and you can start whenever you're ready. Good luck, guys. Okay, let me just flip this around. Lance, what can we expect?
I think the guys will be very energetic in this game. I think this is the last game. It's like boxers actually when they are fighting in the last few rounds. Maybe we'll see some knockout blows. Maybe.
Yes, because the boxers are tired by that stage, and things can come through easier. So
Exactly.
so yeah, we can probably expect some swings, maybe some misses as well. You never know. But yeah, this is Armageddon, guys. Ben has got an extra minute on the clock. He has to win. If it's a draw, Mabusela is winning the match. So there has to be a result. That's gonna have to be take a bit more early B for me to offer that. But yeah, good one. So Ben continuing with his English structure here, Lance, and Mabu going for the PC30 Maroxy.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I wanted to ask you that there hasn't been a theory developed so far in chess paradigm.
I think there has been, when it comes to structures, that structure that Mabu is using, it's been used since the Four Queens tournament, 2 tournaments ago. So I think this is a popular structure that Mabu is using. But a theory like taking space is also good. Just initiative in general as well, but not specific theory, I would say, because there's so many positions, there's 30 different positions that it's difficult to get a grasp of every single one. That's what makes this tournament even more difficult. So the players, we are kind of stopping the players from preparing too much.
Exactly. I don't know.
Any
The
action?
last move, has there been some exchanges? I take it. Yeah, we have a knight on c3. We've had some exchanges.
Okay. Okay, looks like very symmetrical. But how? Oh, Ben has 2 knights out already. I was gonna say, how does Black have an extra pawn moving? Black doesn't have any pieces out yet. So Mabu developing, looking at developing his Dragon Bishop. This is what I think they did in the previous game as well. Mabu was, no, not the previous one. It was another one I'm thinking where he was just developing Dragon Bishops. Interesting idea here. Get the dragon to develop the Dragon Bishop first. Ben goes Dragon D2.
Maybe Ben is getting ready to long castle in this position. Maybe go very aggressive.
Yes, indeed. Queen E6 check played.
Okay.
How do you stop the check? Oh, dragon to E2. Dragon to E2 played.
E2, yeah. Maybe castle.
Castle. I'd see a long castle, like you said, because the queen on G1 is in the way. Or is Ben gonna play? I mean, with those 2 dragon bishops on B8 and D6 beaming down to H2, I don't know if you want to short castle. You could play G3 and queen G2. That would be interesting, but Ben does not hesitate. He goes long castling. We have a game on our hands, guys.
Let's go for the spirit of this game.
Remember, Ben is in a must-win situation. No draws for him. Mabu is down on the clock, so Ben is trying to also push Mabu on the clock, I would say.
I mean, if you have the advantage starting with the clock, you don't want to just hand that back to your opponent.
Exactly.
So it is a good idea to also move a bit faster.
Knight B6 on the board, Knight C4 is a threat.
Can we play Dragon Bishop F3 here, or it's not playable?
Dragon F3. Yeah, hitting the D5 pawn, that's interesting. Black will probably just continue with Knight C6. Not sure how safe this king is on C1, actually. And Ben is using some time because Knight C4 is a real threat. Oof, isn't Knight F4? Oh, Knight F4 is not a blunder. Both Dragon Bishops are covering F4.
Where do you put your queen? F7 maybe, or
To cover the d5 pawn, maybe, yeah. That's what's played.
Es ist fertig, mein Schatz.
hast du etwas gesagt?
Ja, Essen ist fertig.
Okay, dann komme ich gleich.
It almost sound like Afrikaans. Dan kom ek as 'n klas.
Oh, I just said I'll be there in a sec.
Yes, indeed. This is it, guys. Nothing after this. The match has to stop after this game. So, pawn to b3 prophylaxis by Ben. And you don't really want to push a pawn in front of your king right now. So, not the most comfortable move played. a3 is already available, Lance. So, I would play something like knight c6. Mabs, of course, getting used to his dragon bishops. Instead, he goes dragon to c7. Maybe he wants rook c8. And the dragon on c7 is, of course, covering the vital d5 pawn as well. So knight e6 could be a possibility next. Ben goes dragon to d3. I'm liking knight e6 or rook c8 here. Yeah, maybe not knight e6 because I don't know if you want your queen on e6. Rook c8, rook e8, knight e6 still possible. What do you think?
Knight c6.
Knight c6, or maybe just straightforward knight c6, yeah. Yeah, knight c6 played. Oh, wait, knight c6 not left yet. Mabu's thinking again. What's wrong with knight c6 that he doesn't like? Ben's queen is not in the game, whereas Mabu's queen is already in the game. I think black is definitely doing slightly better here at least.
Yeah, that queen is of white is really ugly.
One must fall spotted something. So, okay, rook c8 played. One must fall says after knight c6, I think knight b5. And then you fork the two dragon bishops. Right now it's not possible because both are... Yeah, knight c6 would limit the dragon bishop on c7 and on d6 at the same time. Well spotted, one must fall. King b1. Knight e6 played. Black is looking fully mobilized here. Black is looking fully mobilized. Mabu has got a nice position. Then he's going to have to get his queen into play. Maybe f3. Is there some way else? Queen e1 perhaps? Okay, and Ben goes g4. Here we go. g4, maybe queen g2 on the cards. g5 is possible, but then black can block it with f5, Lance. So g4 looks exciting, but I don't know how much play white can generate with g5. Dragon f5 also a possibility at some point, I guess. And Mabs goes for glory. Knight to c4. Knight to c4. What's happening here? Sure. And this was a quick decision made. Mabs has got 1.5 minutes. Ben has got 3 minutes. And you could see Ben's eyebrows raising up like, what's going on? Really? Takes on c4. Pawn takes c4. I think dragon to f5 now. We can give up the g-pawn, Lance. Because Mabu wants to get in dragon a3 and queen b6 maybe. Ben decides, nope, he's going to go d5, get some initiative going. This might not be as strong as Mabu has anticipated. Not sure where the compensation is coming from, Lance.
I don't understand myself as well. Why in a hurry to sec?
Yeah, it's such a nice position.
Probably bishop Dragon Bishop F5 maybe, or
Yeah, I still like Dragon F5, yeah, just to calm things down, but maybe there's something else. Mabuguve says yes, definitely miscalculation, I think. Oh, he says miscalculation, and I agree with it. So Mabu is a piece down, but the White King's still more exposed than Black's one, though. So
I
Ben
mean you
still needs
have
to be
Dragon
careful.
Bishop. Yeah, you have Dragon Bishop F5, and if the Queen has to go to the E file, you can also put the other Rook on the E1, and then suddenly
Mm-hmm.
Black has more pieces in the game. And Black's pieces are more active.
And Ben is hovering over R, and he lets go. Dragon F5 played. So it's a pawn sack. Mabu will capture, takes back. Queen takes F5 check, will run into Dragon to E4, and then possibly D6 is an idea, but no need to rush. Mabu says, nope, I'm not going to take on F5. He plays Dragon to E5. Things are heating up now. The Dragon on E5 looks dangerous. The B file is open. If the king ever goes to A1, that knight is in a pin. Mabu still has play, some decent play for the piece that is down. He still has some decent play.
I was almost thinking, can you play the move, say, King C2 here, or not?
King C2 is possible. Still
Or is
doesn't
it,
look too nice, but it's possible. One Must Fall says Black has very good practical chances. Yeah, I agree. I'm starting to believe that Black has something here. Because Black can maybe push B5, B4. He can play Rook C5 if he wants to. He can go swing the queen over. So there's some pressure on Ben, and Ben is now on the same time as Mabu, so he's used up 1 minute more than Mabs. Dragon to E4, still covering the knight on C3. But the king feels naked. The B1 king feels naked. And the queen on G1 is far from her king. Very uncomfortable stuff here. The pawns provide a lot of compensation here. Him running forward. And Ben plays a nice looking move. Pawn to F4. He's offering up a pawn, but he's including his queen immediately. Opening up the diagonal. And Mabs is about to enter the minute zone, the bullet zone. Dragon takes pawn. Queen to G4, Lance hitting the dragon, and maybe he's going to double up on the G file just to hold Black back a bit and have some of his own threats white.
I mean, what do you do? We just put the bishop back on E5 again?
Yep. Rook H to G1 maybe, but still not too much happening here for white. This is tense. These two players have been so tight here that they're not. Both of these players deserve to win today. Yeah, so someone has to lose though.
Exactly. Somebody has to lose. Would have been nice if white somehow could have gotten. Oh, and I like that idea of sacking the pawn there
and one.
getting,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying creating at least some form of play. I mean, there's nothing for black here. Black is just throwing everything. I mean, white is just throwing everything at it now.
Yeah, white must try some counterplay. Otherwise, his king is going to be the main target. One must fall says one must fall. So, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Pawn to D6. Obviously, black is not interested in capturing the pawn.
I mean, now what's going to
happen? The
happen?
knight can go to D5 maybe.
You can play dragon bishop D5 instead of playing the knight even there. I mean, just in terms of.
But I just think that, dragon D5 is also possible. But I just think after B4, where does the knight go? So I think Ben provided that square for the knight specifically. And Scariest Name says, oh, Mabu is down to 6 seconds, guys. 5 seconds. Wow. Mabs needs to make a move. Mabu's forgetting about the time. And he loses. What? It's the second time Mabu loses in a critical moment on the time. Wow. Okay, so that's the end, Lance. Ben staying active enough to make Mabu lose on the clock there. What a pity. Let's just save the game. Save. Okay, let's get the players. Players, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mabs, can you hear us? I think you must still unmute, Mabs. We can't hear you.
Let me admit. Ben, congrats, man.
Yeah, good match, Mabu, man.
Yeah, well done, players, to both of you. Mabs, how could you lose on time again? Did you forget about the time?
Yes, I forgot about the time. Because I'm
What?
looking at the position. I'm enjoying the position, but man, I don't know why I keep on forgetting about time, man.
Yeah, and then tell me, was that a night sack? Maybe not a bit too much. I mean, you had such a nice position anyway, or did you must calculate somewhere?
No, it's just that you know what. I felt like now it's Ben who has to find moves. You see.
Yeah. I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. So not a bad one after all. I mean, even this position,
Yeah.
it's not so clear. It's not so clear because, but Ben, you did well.
How does he play in this position? I don't know. I think it's
Are you
interesting.
going knight b5 next, Ben? Maybe b4 for
Yeah,
black.
knight d5.
Yeah.
b4, knight
Knight
d5,
Yeah.
b3,
Because
b4, knight
Sorry?
b5, b4, knight d5, b3.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
It just feels like the White King is still not completely out of the woods there. It's just about initiative for both sides, basically. So, but well played, Ben. Congratulations. You get third
Yeah.
position. What's your thoughts, by the way, on this game in general, this Armageddon game? Anything else?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It was just difficult. I mean, trying to make sense of what's happening with such low time.
I mean, Mabu had such huge activity there, and I like what Scariest Name said here in the chat box. He said, Ben sacks a pawn every second move just to get. I mean, you did that just to get your queen out and some counterplay. If you just left Mabu to do what he wanted to, so
Yeah, I have
I
to
like
do
the way
that,
how
I
you
think.
defended. I really like the way how you defended. So well played there. So excellent game, guys. You guys are also making me tired here. Commentating is a tough job, and thanks for Lance as well for joining us today for this match. We're gonna have to move soon to the finals, guys.
okay.
So,
Chop.
but just hang on. I just want to have one last words by the players, guys. Just last words for us to about the tournament. Anything final from your side, Mabs?
I'd like to thank the organizers, man, for organizing such event. But it'd be nice to have like bigger pool, so that you can like to play more games,
Aha.
so that we can start getting a feel of it.
Okay, nice. So yeah, now we are growing slightly. The previous tournaments were a bit smaller and we're getting bigger. But thanks so much, Mabs. You've been entertaining us. You even stopped the Man of Steel of his big run. Henry has had a brilliant run. He won the previous tournament. He came through the preliminaries with full score, and then you had to stop him and gave him his first loss. So brilliant chess there by you, paradigm chess, study chess by you.
I told you what I did to prepare for him.
Yeah. some unique prep there by Mabs. And Ben, what's your final thoughts? So Mabs, congrats on getting fourth position. It's not last, it's actually out of 8 players. Mabs ended up fourth, guys, and goes home with 3,000 rand. Well done, congrats. And Ben, you take home 4,000 rand and third position. Well done. What's your final thoughts?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the tournament. I want to big thanks to both yourself and Lorenzo for all the commentary. Thanks. And I really think it's such an interesting variant. I mean, there's so many possibilities. The positions are so rich, and the players are all on their own. So I like the new dynamics.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, guys, for your words. Well done to Ben. Well done to Johannes. Thanks again to Lance. All the best. I hope you guys can finally reach that. Go better than 9th position on the table, Lance. And yes.
Sure.
Thanks so
Bye,
much.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you soon for the finals coming up soon, everyone. Stay tuned. Cheers, cheers.